So in this example, we're dealing with a hyperbola, has a transverse axis of x equals 9, which, stop right there and think. If the transverse axis is a vertical line, that means that your branches will have symmetry about that guy, which means they open up and down. Okay. Your asymptote is y minus 7 equals negative 3/8 times x minus 9. So that tells us quite a lot, right? So let's try to build it from here, starting with the fact that your center is going to be the order pair positive 9, positive 7. So our form is going to be x minus 9 squared over something. Oh, no, actually, you know what? We can't do that. We're going to start with y. Y minus 7 squared over something minus x minus 9 squared over something equals 1. Now, there are really a ton of answers that we can have for this, but we're just going to go ahead and, well, you know what? So we could make the assumption and just say, this is b and this is a. So that means this is going to be 3 squared and this is going to be 8 squared. And we can just kind of call it a day and say, this is the equation of the hyperbola. But that wouldn't really tell the whole story, because we just know that this ratio right here reduces to 3 over 8. And without having another point, without having a vertex, the focus, then we don't really know. We just know that it's going to reduce to be that. So really, what it means is that instead of saying 3 squared and 8 squared, we could say it's 3n squared and 8n squared, where n is just some kind of number, right? I would say some positive number. So your form would really be y minus 7 squared over 9n squared minus x minus 9 squared over 64n squared equals 1. Because if you do this and you can identify, again, like we've talked about, this is my b, this is my a, it's still going to work out to reduce to be 3 over 8. If we wanted to find c, well, c is going to be related to these guys. So this is just a fun little exercise. So c squared would be the sum of these guys, 9n squared plus 64n squared, which equals 73n squared. C would equal the square root of this, which becomes n times the square root of 73. So we're really talking about proportions with this, just like when you talk about a 30, 60, 90 degree right triangle. If one side is n, or if the short side is n, the next longest side is n squared, so 3, and the hypotenuse is 2n. So we're having something very similar to that here. So if I were to ask you for the center, we already have that. The vertices, it's still going to be x equals 9, and it's going to be 7 plus or minus, in the y direction it's going to be 3n. Your foci will be 9 comma 7 plus or minus n times the square root of 73. Your asymptote's already there. Your transverse axis, oh, we already have that. Why am I writing that again? Oh, you do that. Transverse axis we already know is x equals 9. Your conjugate axis will be y equals 7. Here's some fun questions, though. Domain, still all real numbers. Your range, though, your range would be from negative infinity up to whatever that value is right there. Well, that's going to be the low end of these vertices. So it's going to be 7 minus 3n union 7 plus 3n to infinity. So yeah, there are an infinite number of possibilities here. And all I needed to do was given one more piece of information, whether it was a focus, a vertex, or a point on the graph, and would have had everything. So it's kind of fun to just imagine the possibilities, right?